Hello Manchester, welcome to Barley's World 1968. I haven't got a clue while I'm walking around the graveyard. I wasn't expecting to go and visit my mum and my sister today, but anyway, for some reason I've just got out of this car now. I just drop us off here because I just want to have a little walk around here and do a quick YouTube. So again, please excuse my location. It wasn't planned, it wasn't scripted. I just felt the need to just kind of come through here. The main thing for this YouTube, well, for this video today, is because number one, I just want to address the fact that I said that in a couple of videos back that I was set up with GPs. Well, a couple of weeks ago, I went and seen another GP. Well, she wasn't a GP; she was actually a phlebotomist. I just wanted to say she was absolutely sound. Can't remember what her name was. I think her name was Margaret, but she was really, really nice, professional, happy, jovial, cordial. All the kind of good things you want in your medical professional medical staff. Really, really nice. Reminded me of Hattie Jakes out of the Carry On films, Matron. But she was really nice, really bubbly, really nice and lively. So I just want to say that, number one. Number two, I don't really know why. I don't really speak much about Man City, because I'm not really into the football anymore as much as I used to be. But City's results are the first one I always look for. But just what I say, come on City. We have history in the making within our hands. So I'm not going to say any more than that. Right, the reason for this video today, well, a couple of weeks back, even though I've been waffling, a couple of weeks back I mentioned in a video about wanting to be free and waiting for certain outcomes and, just wanting to be free and just do the simple things in life. Well, a situation occurred recently where, this was one of the reasons as well why it was on my head, is where you have to part ways with an organisation to work for. I'm not going to name an organisation. They don't need the airtime or the airspace. But I work for this 5-star hotel in Manchester. It says 5-star, but it's all smoke and mirrors. And I was shocked to have to encounter attitudes and behaviours which I thought was back in the 70s. So the reason why I had to part ways, let's get to the point. The reason why I had to part ways with this organisation because there was some flagrant, overt, racist language within my earshot. Yes, the person got sacked, and luckily, I didn't react or overreact, which I could have done many, many years ago. I just, okay, no drama, go through the channels as you do. You got sacked. Some of the comments this person said, I don't know why I'm walking through a graveyard, but anyway, hey ho. But some of the comments this person said, well, to me was like, I've never really suffered much racist abuse. Never have really. I can count on that one hand. I don't know why that is, but it's just what it is. But when you're in work and you're working with a colleague and they're saying to you, or they're saying in a matter-of-fact way or in a very unstable way, it's a hot summer's day in work, but you're not allowed to have any water, Dave, because you're black. So imagine being in a new job, you've only been there probably what? Don't know, 6 weeks maybe, and you're earning, don't know why I'm walking past Desi Noonan's grave there. Yeah, Desi Noonan, didn't even know he was buried right there. Let's have a little walk over. I didn't really know Desi, but he was a bit of a head from Manchester back in the day. For all you people who know about the situation in Manchester, Desi Noonan was one of the heads. So there you go, Desi Noonan. I don't know why I'm doing that, but hey ho, rest in peace, mate. Anyway, so you hear in that, and then after that you hear, I wish we was back in the 70s where racism was more prevalent. And you're thinking, am I hearing things correctly, or is this guy drunk or something? And number three, I know why, I can understand why white people hate black people. So you're in a job in a 5-star hotel, which I'm not going to name, to shame or disgrace them. And you're dealing with people with them kind of views. Like I said, correct channels were dealt with. Person got sacked, okay, no drama. So they think now the person's gone, everything's sweet, that should be the end of it. They don't realise a bitter taste what's left in my mouth. They think because the person's been sacked, that's it, jobs are good in. Well, no, it isn't jobs are good in. Because amongst all that, there's another person there who is still in the company, who got away with it, stealthily, made a comment around the same time saying he hated Asian people. He didn't use the word Asian, but I'm just being polite and respectful to the Asian community. So to have to work with this person who also resides in an area which I know very, 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 very well, it was very, very difficult for me to work in this organisation with a person who resides in an area I know very, very well with them kind of views. I'm not going to give the area, do you know what I mean? I don't want any retaliation to this person. And at the time, it's just not what I'm about anymore. I don't want to even get involved in it, but I'm just making a point. That's why I had to leave the organisation, because I couldn't work with someone who lived in an area I know very well with them views, because it could have got worse. Anyway, I've walked away. Luckily, I had a few kids saved up, whatever. So you can be either lemon about it, bitter, or you can be proactive and do something about it. Anyway, I'm thinking, what am I going to do now in my life? What am I going to do now at this stage? You ask around, you apply for a few jobs, you ask a few of your mates, any work. Out of the blue, I get this job offer from a company in Miles Platting. It's an auctioneer's gaff in Miles Platting. And I thought, well, I'm doing nothing. Let's have a quick scan around here. This is where we're all going to end up, by the way. So, don't be shocked that I'm walking through a graveyard. We all end up here one day, so make the most of your life. Anyway, so I thought, you know what? Let me just go to this interview, see what it's all about. Got nothing to lose. I don't want to spend all my savings. That's me Italy money. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I've gone there. I thought, right, give it a whirl. So we heard all these stories about warehouse. Oh God, this, oh God, that, lifting, carrying, and get treated like a slave and all that tackle. Got there, and you know what? I've had the most enjoyable couple of weeks there ever. Top laugh. That's beautiful, isn't it? Excuse me. Top laugh. Everyone gets on with each other. Music's blaring. Listening to tunes. Work goes really, really fast. Plus, it's in an environment I know very well. It's all clothes and blah, 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 and other bits and bobs, which I know very, very well. So to me, it's like just being at home looking through my wardrobe. But yeah. And then on top of that, another job offer comes my way. Starts on June the 5th, which I've accepted. So, the moral of the story is, even though things can be bitter and sour on one side, they can be sweet and scrumptious on the next. Do you know what I mean? So the moral of the story is, or the moral for me is, whatever happens in life always happens for good. I'll re-emphasise that again. Whatever happens in life always happens for good, whether you can see it or not. That's the beauty of life. So now I've got to just hand in my notice at the warehouse. It'd be sad to leave there, because they really, really like me. They have a lot of high expectations there for me. They don't want me to leave, but this job's nearer to home. Not as much lifting and carrying. A little bit more career-minded. It's better all round. But if I was 20 years younger, 25 years younger, I would stay at the warehouse all day long, because it's what you want sometimes. Banter, people getting on, no issues, no problems, everyone's straight, everyone's grafting. It's just like being with all your mates. It's like being back at school. Do you know what I mean? It's really, really good fun. I will be sad to leave there, but it is what it is. I'm not a young spring chicken anymore. Do you know what I mean? So, it is what it is. But anyway, so it'd be sad to say bye to these people. But again, this is what I'm trying to say to you. You can be there 1 minute living on your savings, thinking, God, why have I experienced this? What have I gone through? What lessons am I supposed to be learning here? Why have I had to go through being in a 5-star hotel and have to put with that behaviour, have to sacrifice my job for the benefits of these Dimlows, Rampton people? And then a couple of weeks later, I get a job, which I haven't got much expectation for, which turns out to be sound. And then on top of that, I get another job offer. It's like a bus. You wait for one, but 10 come all at once. So again, moral of the story is, whatever happens in life happens for good. But I do firmly believe in your structure, the way you are, your breeding, your grounding, with regards to being proactive, with regards to sending out your CVs, with regards to knocking on doors, trying to make doors open. All that's important. And that's what I want to say right now. All these things are important. It's not a matter of, that's a nice bench, isn't it? Fallen heroes. It's not a matter of just sitting on your backside and living on universal credit. And no disrespect to people who are on universal credit, do you know what I mean? But it's one of them. You've got to get off your backside, to put it nicely. You've got to do things. You've got to see what's going on. You've got to try and do the best you can do. You can't just sit there and accept life. You've got to think, okay, what's happened has happened. I've had to walk away. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. Do you know what I mean? I'm of a certain age. But do you know what? Through perseverance, positivity, keeping my head together, going to the park, keeping it moving, and always believing in the mantra, whatever happens in life always happens for good. And it's got me to a situation now where I've got a job which I enjoy. I've got a new job starting June the 5th. Do you know what I mean? It's just weird the way life works out sometimes. So for all them people out there who are struggling, And whatever, just remember that whatever happens in life always happens for good. You may not see it straight away, but it always happens for good. And as I walk out of this graveyard now, it's scaring me. I'm going to start my day and meet my mate in town for a coffee, something to eat, and maybe just enjoy the festivities for Prince Charles today. Why not? I like Charles. Okay, in a bit.